I want to showcase and experiment with this Red Evoker Archetype. I know the balance changes will make Golem summoning weaker, but at the end of the video I'll show a version that doesn't rely on Chiron that I'll have to try after the changes. Zenonzard has a lot of archetypes that unfortunately go underexplored for a while, and this is probably because it's a lot less riskier to use your spirit on cards that are proven to be strong like Seagram Nova and Yami. So the free-to-play players and even players that support the game will build these tier 1 decks from the jump instead of using resources on cards that might not help them succeed. And it's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's smart to do that, and I encourage players to continue to do that. But now that I'm in Legend and it's not a ranking season, I guess I can loosen up a bit and mess around with a different deck. I've been experimenting with Red Evokers, and I liked the archetype last season, so I want to take another look at it. And this time we're still using Roke and Golem cards with Chiron, but I added the new Evokers from Forbidden, as well as the new concealed Pathfinder Diana. She's one of the better concealed cards in my opinion, and when she's summoned, if I have at least 2 Red Evokers in my base, she summons a Token Golem M, which has charge, which is pretty good. And not only that, she buffs all your red and neutral minions at 200 BP and 1 DP. Now this is great when you have a field full of minions, and it's even better that she can produce an additional one herself, so she's strong even if you're using her by herself. Now let's take a look at the new Evokers real quick. I like to use Fury on turn 1 if I go first to create a Token Golem and start attacking immediately. Replication is okay. It's decent when copying the medium token, but other than that, it's whatever. And Altercation seems really strong, but it's just decent in my opinion. It's hard to use multiple Fury spells in a turn because they have a heavy red cost. But this card is there if you need it, but I wouldn't go out my way to use Altercation every game. Now Kenneth is a card I think is super underrated. He makes Accelerate, which is neat, and I'm sure I don't need to explain how useful that this card can be. Firebolt can clear the chump blockers out to let your golems through, or set up for the next spell, Blazing, which is a very underrated card. Now Red struggles to remove minions with very high power without using multiple magic, and with proper setup, Blazing can destroy anything you want. It's very good in multiples, and it's very good with the Chiron Force too. Red Evoker got a little bit more draw support with this Aguma Miner that has Chain Evoker. That's what Chain does, if you're not familiar. And they've always had the Axe Wielding Minotaur. Now this is a pretty solid 2-drop lineup. Both of them are going to draw us cards, and drawing cards is always good. So Dragon Hatchling is a card I haven't really messed around with, but I know it's low-key good, especially with Chiron. It has the downside of destroying one of your mana, but it's some of the tokens with more stats than you're paying for. Let's take a look at it. So with Chiron, it only costs 2 mana. So for 2 mana, you're getting a 2 DP minion, which is definitely great value. And not only that, you can play this on your opponent's turn for 2 mana and drop a 500 power dragon on them. And the fact that it's a token also gives it synergy with Fury. So that's pretty neat. Everything else is fairly standard. It's got a small flash package with Megaton and Sagita Flame and the Machinist, and I'm using Mistaken to deal with 8 costs and above cards. I've got Digger Golem, Sawblade Golem, and Pile Driver Golem to level up Roke. I'm going to explain Digger Golem briefly. I don't think this card is very strong compared to the other red 1-drops, but I wanted to experiment with this card because it's an easy way to level up the Flaming Arachnid. In worst case scenario, I can use this as a cantrip late game, and it'll have 1 DP due to Diana. And I'm only running 2 copies just to, I'm messing around with the ratios in this deck as well too, and not just the archetype. So now this probably ain't the most optimal build, but that's why we are experimenting. Alright, let's go ahead and hop into a ranked game. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe button for me, please. That'll help me out a lot. And I know you definitely want to see the awesome upcoming Zenonzard content I've got planned. Looks like we're going against R10 D10. Armadillo 6 here.
私と遊びたいのかしら。待ちきれないわ。早く戦いましょう。
Okay. So I'm missing a whole thing back. Alright. I want to see if the AI can predict the cards I'm about to draw. Because they're telling me to send my whole hand back. Like, don't keep anything. I'm going to see if my next hand is going to be way better than this. Let's see. Yeah. See, if I drew this hand, I would have kept it. That's how I feel. That's what makes me feel that the AI kind of knows what cards are coming next. And I also think they know what's in your opponent's hand too. Because some of the suggestions they make are like, I wouldn't do that. I would only do that if I knew they had this card coming. So I think, yeah. Like I said, I want to get attacking immediately, right? Probably playing against purple. Definitely want to take that Phoenix Force out. So I'm actually gonna creation. Like that. Yeah. Purple Bottle Spirit. Demo going home. That's not what I want to see. I'd much rather draw another card. And I do think, actually, what I'm gonna do, some of this force. I want to see what he does. He blocked, that's fine. Okay, so I hope I see Rogue soon. I wonder if anybody has tried a deck using the Flaming Arachnid and Sphinx. Okay. Sawblade Golem. Well, first thing first, we're gonna start with this. Don't want to commit any resources before they do. Alright. And this is, pretty sure this is going to base anyway. So, yeah. Put that on base. Go ahead and send myself a goal. Sweet. Yeah, that's a good time to use that. Oh yeah, everybody has finished battling. Well, I haven't been playing too slow this game, so I wonder if they won like immediately or something. Or maybe they surrendered or they bricked or something. I don't know. They haven't played any cards yet. Spell Skeleton. Trying to totally destroy my Sawblade Golem. But that's okay. Yeah. Diana. And the turn here, I kind of want to move her to my base to protect her from anything. Yeah, so I'll move her to base. And then I'm actually not going to do that either. I want to take this force out. With this gone, it should make it a lot easier. Yeah. And they're obviously going to bother Blaze my Diana. I didn't want that to happen, so. Yeah. Get another token. They're just gonna hope they don't have Giant Gun. And if they do, I guess losing 2 tokens isn't too bad. No skeleton, gonna pop another one. Oh. Okay, finally. Yeah, I want to bait out removal with this. Ooh. Oh, what are you destroying? That was too easy. We win now. I guess they're getting desperate. Like that's, yeah, we just won. I don't think it matters. Yeah, I think they might have just bricked. Alright, we're going against a lucky sweet. I like sweets. Charon Phoenix. With the Dom Bashen support gear, I'm gonna assume that this is a Red Battle Spirit deck. Why you want me to send back the Minotaur? See, Minotaur, I'm going first. I definitely want to keep this Minotaur. I feel like she wants me to send it back because I'm going to draw another Minotaur, or I'm going to draw a Guma Miner, because it's no reason to send it back. So let's see. Yeah, okay. Okay, so my suspicions are becoming a lot more reasonable. Like I said, the only reason I would send that Minotaur back is if I was drawing another one. And she did. This is probably why you get more points for AI Advice off in Master and Legend. Because I feel like AI Advice gives you an edge because they know what cards are coming up and they know what's in your opponent's hand. So that's one less thing I gotta worry about my Charon being popped. I guess they're desperate or something. I don't have any more evokers, so hopefully I draw one. Alright. Lodo. That's not what I want to see. I really wish I had an evoker though. Like I would pop off this turn if I did. I'm actually gonna summon this. I think I might do this one too. Well, yeah, I need more red mana, but that's going to my mana. Sure. So taking out Phoenix would be ideal because oh, okay. I respect it. I'm gonna move Flaming Arachnid to protect it. Because if I can level it up just to level 2, I don't think Flaming Arachnid needs to be level 3. The level 3 is so easy to play around, but the level 2 producing another token is really nice. Okay. So they got another Phoenix cannon, right? No, they got Bog on it. Did she do that thing where she got the plan? That doesn't seem like a good move, but whatever. So now you could just kill my machine. Yeah. Yes. Because then you gotta have an answer for this too. Let's see. No, I want that Phoenix. You either gotta block or yeah, we don't. So that should make it easier to fight with that Phoenix on. Yes, I have to do this. Attacking was definitely a mistake because I need to. It's the chameleon I want to get rid of. And I just got rid of 2 things for cost reduction. Yeah. Oh, perfect draw. Actually, that's a pretty crappy draw. I don't have any evokers. But it doesn't matter. For the 500. I can just pop that with. I actually think I might win. No. I think I win. So I'm about to do some damage though. He obviously has to block. Only reason why I don't want to summon the X-Minotaur, I don't want him to drop Nova and he wipes my field and I have nothing. I need to not overextend my resources. Ball Gunner is so good. Oh, I thought he was gonna attack. Okay. Oh yeah, he can't attack because and he's tapped out. So yeah, I win here. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I win. Yeah. Yeah, because I got 2. Yep. So that's 2 games. I didn't even play Golem Summoning out of the game. So that's a pretty interesting game. I just won both of them without it. Like, I didn't even draw that good that game. I'll do one more. Tonbokiri. What? Just send that back. I can level up Roke though. Pretty sure I don't need 2 Furies. But I would like to keep some base minions in my hand. Yeah, that might be a rush deck. Yo, this Chiron Cyclops combination pops up every so often. And it's weird. Whatever, I'll send that back too. Yeah. That's not looking good. Oh boy. Yeah. I need a neutral mana though. Confirmed. Hopefully I draw a Minotaur or a Goma Miner next turn. Okay. Something's taking 1 damage. Oh, guess not. Oh, more Evokers, huh? Okay. I regret sending back my Saw Blade Golem. So I have to put a neutral mana next turn. Okay. Oh, no attack. Very interesting. I gotta play neutral. I know driver type good. That one, because that one can attack life, so that makes it a little more threatening. I would rather. Okay, I figured it would, you know, I would benefit more from attacking than he would. Like no matter what, when I attacked, it was gonna end up being negative for him, and that's all I wanted it to be, because if I didn't attack, I knew he was just gonna play a card to kill my token next turn. So I definitely want to attack in a case like that. Okay, I think I see what she's trying to do. Dragon hatching, unfortunately. Okay, figure it out. What did I even boost it with? Alright, so cool. I took out his 6 cost dude. And now I don't have to block that. So that's good. But my life is getting low, so. Thankfully I made that neutral mana. I don't have time to. Nice, replication. Oh, wow. Watch this. Okay, I'm gonna replicate it. I didn't even know about that. Yo, accelerate? That's tight. Yeah, and then firebolt. Killing spells are so good. Darn. If only I can hit him for 1 more damage. It's level 1, but Flaming Arachnid? Not sure why Flaming Arachnid's coming out, but I would much rather move my Power Driver Golem out there. Gonna get him down to 1 life. How much really move this? Because that means I get to move him back next turn and make a medium goal. I understand that I could level up Rogue, but it doesn't do anything when it's leveled up immediately. Also, yeah, he just could have did it with Bog on it. Okay. Sweet. So, kind of want Fury, so I can make another replicate, but yeah. Accelerate. Oh, I know what it's trying to do. And now we're about to blaze that for you. Or actually, I think this ensures my victory. Maybe. There's Megaton Hammer. Yeah, so he has to block this and Megaton that to not die. So, does he have the Megaton Hammer or no? Looks like it. Oh, not quite. GG. So that was interesting. Like, I didn't even know that was possible with this deck. Like, I just duplicated a Dragon Hatchling and then gave it extra BP twice. That was pretty neat. So yeah, I just want to thank everyone for watching this. I just wanted to experiment around with Red Evokers a little bit. Oh, I'm not done yet. I have to show the other deck for after the balance update. Alright, so after the update coming in a few days, all the colors are going to get stuff to deal with Golem Summoning, and the Stray Bot buff is going to deal with Chiron. So I want to move away from both of those, but still stick to the Red Evoker Archetype. So a couple of changes. Lars, because obviously Samurai Spirit is amazing, and I want to use this to be able to take out opposing Phoenix forces. And then we're focusing on Emily, which has the Inferno Ring, which is amazing. Deal minus 200 BP to your opponent's minions. And then it gives all your Dwarf charge at level 2. And at level 3, none of your red minions can be blocked by minions with BP lower than your original value. And we all know red is really good at lowering the enemy BP. So that seems like a pretty viable strategy. I've got a lot of cards here to test, like the Dwarf Leader Adam and this Aguma Mercenary. This card's from Forbidden, but you know, it hasn't. I'm pretty sure no one's ever used this in a deck before. But it is a Dwarf, and it is pretty cheap, so that might be pretty good to level up the Inferno Ring as well. And all these one-offs down here are just cards I want to test. Ruby Cephalosaurus I don't think is very good because it deals minus 100 BP for each Red Evoker that's in your base. And typically that's only going to be minus 200, and it's just kind of underwhelming. The charge is nice though, and that could make up for the demerit of its summoned ability being pretty weak. So I don't know. This is a card I'm gonna have to test out a little more. Vlad Husey. I don't have this card and I don't want to craft it, but it is a Dwarf, and it's got two pretty neat abilities that have pretty good synergy with Emily and the Inferno Ring as well. So Burning Veil, you know, you can summon 2 copies of this card and you'd be able to ramp up to it pretty quickly with the Pegasus Force. So this is an interesting one. I think Memoria might find a spot in decks that we didn't expect moving forward. I just wanted to address that here. You know, if someone destroys one of your forces that you need, or if there was a matchup where it's like, yo, it'd be pretty decent if I had this force, then you can drop Memoria and try to gain that effect. And you can drop it even sooner if they destroy your force early. And then Reader Divine Shot's really good. You're going to be minusing your opponent, so you can get stuff below 400 and then swoop her in and take all that out. So here's a brief little update for after the update, and I'm just gonna mess around with this for a little bit and see where it takes me. So thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and like the video if you like the video. Thank you, and see y'all in the next one.